Hey, what's going on guys? Nick here with some new Alien Covenant news. So the latest issue of Empire magazine for June 2017 has just been released for Empire magazine subscribers. Now unfortunately a lot of this stuff is coming at us in low res quality because the magazine hasn't been released for the rest of the public, and of course digitally it isn't going to be released that way until next week. So unfortunately as for now we're just going to have to deal with these kind of low res images. But they do reveal a lot more about the plot. We get to see our first look at the engineers' civilization and living engineers and a bunch of different ships and the new Chestburster, adult neomorph shots, some stuff with the crew, David and Walter interacting, so pretty damn awesome stuff here. I guess I'm going to look at these images really closely. So the first one here I'm going to bring up, it looks like this is the new sort of Chestburster, very much inspired by the Bambi Burster actually from Alien 3, kind of when that burst out of the Ox and it ran away. It was bigger than a Chestburster but not quite an adult alien. It was sort of like a midway between the two, so I really like that. I'm guessing this is the protomorph obviously that bursts out of Billy Crudup's character, so can't wait to see that in action. It looks actually practical in this shot, so pretty cool. Okay, the next shot here is very revealing. It's definitely the engineer's civilization, and I'm guessing that this is a flashback scene because obviously there's not like 1,000 dead engineers' bodies everywhere, and it's not all gloomy and dark. It looks like this is probably a flashback of the Juggernaut arriving on Paradise, piloted by David and Shaw. Now if you look actually in the center of this image, you can see a giant ship that's sort of pointed downwards towards the planet, and according to one of the conceptual artists, that ship is actually called the Mother Juggernaut, and I guess it's like a larger version of the smaller Juggernaut ship. I'm guessing it's possibly just in low orbit or what have you, just kind of hovering over the society. And I guess they're shocked by the appearance of the new sort of Juggernaut ship, because if you skip ahead to this next image where you can actually see the engineers looking up in kind of a distraught manner, you can tell that they're sort of surprised by the appearance of yet another Juggernaut ship. And the next image here, it's low res again, but you can see a figure, and this is, I'm guessing, David here, because it looks very reminiscent of what was described in the CinemaCon footage where you see David unleashing all of the black goo ampules on the Engineer Society. So it makes sense to me. Can't wait to see this sequence on screen because of course it's going to be living engineers and seeing how the black goo basically just lays waste to their whole civilization. Pretty crazy stuff. Okay, so the next image here we get to see Walter and David, and it looks like David is kind of helping Walter play the flute, I'm guessing, and in the background you can see some drawings of animals and insects and things like that. I guess because David has been testing on the wildlife and just, experimenting with the black goo, creating life of his own. I'm really looking forward to the interactions between these two characters because it should be awesome to see Fassbender playing kind of two sides of the same coin, David being more human-like and then Walter being much more robotic. So the next image up here we have is of the adult neomorph right after it's attacked one of the Covenant's crew members. I love this image here. It looks great. I love it crouching over its prey like that, a bloodied corpse. It looks pretty damn awesome. Hopefully this is suit work because it doesn't look too CG to me. Alright, so the next shot here we get to see the Covenant crew with director Ridley Scott standing front and center. Awesome that Ridley's back at it again. The next shot here we get to see, of course, the prologue sequence between young Peter Weyland and David as he's first brought online. And this is said to be the film's opening scene, so it's going to be talking a lot about, creation and our place in the galaxy and things like that. So I think that should be a really good opening for the film and kind of the ideas and themes of this movie overall. Okay, so the last shot here we just see Daniels and Tennessee walking through the corridors of the Covenant ship, I guess as they're hunting the xenomorph towards the climax of the film. So that's all the new stuff that we have here. Of course there's the Empire magazine cover which I showed earlier on, and that's pretty cool. It's not exactly the protomorph that we see in the film I think, but it's basically like a inspired artwork of sort of a meshing between the classic xenomorph and then a little bit of the stuff that we're seeing of the new alien by artists. So I like the cover. I can't wait to see the regular Empire magazine cover which should be hitting stands next week, and I'll probably actually pick up a copy for myself. So leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you guys think of the new images that we got here? Of course, like I mentioned, they are low res, so apologies for that, but that's the best we got for now, and hopefully next week we'll get some new high res versions of these images. Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Nick, and for more on the Alien and Predator universe, stick with the Hybrid Network.